Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story, y'all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Put that on my soul. Rose petals at your feet. Never know when flowers coming when you round me. Waking up to love letters when you round me. Always thinking of you, all for you, cause you my queen. Classic. I'm only gonna do this once.
You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other, nah. I only take the high road, I know how it goes. You barely even smoke, but you a drinker for show, so we get low. And that's every damn weekend. Different type of drugs, got you feeling like the weekend. And it only brings us closer, cause the world is way too big, and sometimes we lose control. I know, like you know, it's all a fucking game. Ain't no need to be ashamed, it's just the way that we play, so let's get lifted. Your presence is essential, baby girl, I'm feeling gifted. Did I forget to mention, oh girl, I love your style. Shorty, won't you stay a while? I promise I can break it down. Got the keys that you need to your fantasies and more. Louis Gucci Couture, I promise that I got you, that's for sure. Yeah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah. You ain't gotta treat me like these other niggas, nah.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
You ain't gotta treat me like these other, nah.
I don't sing, but
you ain't gotta treat me like the mothers. I ain't nothing like the mothers, baby.
I try for you.
I won't ever treat you like the mothers. You ain't nothing like the mothers, baby.
R&B class, yeah.
You ain't gotta treat me like the mothers. I ain't nothing like the mothers, baby. And I won't ever treat you like the mothers. You ain't nothing like the mothers, baby.
Let's get it.
I'm trying to show you a different type of loving. Trying to stick this pop up in your pudding. Lick you like a letter from your header to your footer. Just to let you know that you ain't dealing with no rookie. Carry you across the puddle, console you during struggles. Hover you in the rain. Girl, I'm your umbrella. Yeah, I'm here for you. I keep everything classic, but in the bedroom you keep everything savage. Finally found someone who your equal. I love you for your brain. Yeah, I'm talking cerebral.
Hit the like.
These others is fake, these others see through. When I look you in your face, girl, I feel like I see you. These emotions surreal, it feel different. We both fly, we appeal different. Netflix and chill different. I tell anybody who will listen. Honeymoon phase been past and I'm still tripping. These others different. Classic.
Yo, it's Classic with the Classic Codes, and we back with another episode of the Queen Codes. I got the ladies with me today. I have the Raw Society Coalition's First Lady, Conversations with Soft Rain. I have from our last Queen Code panel, you will remember Sunny down below me, and then Kitty Corner from me, we have Kira joining us as well. How y'all doing, ladies?
All right.
Good.
What's going on?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah. I think we got the perfect panel tonight. I see the fellas filed in, ready to listen. I see the threes in the chat. Hennessy and Cigars, what's up? James, what's going on? In Too Deep, what's happening? Tez from the Tez Down, what's going on? Rain said backstage, she hope you take it easy on her, Tez. Don't do it, Tez. Don't do it. Kira 333, what's up? We all here. We all here. Who is this? Never. Somebody help me. Never stay. Never
Neva
stay.
Estes, that's my sister.
Neva Estee.
Hi, sis.
What's up, Neva? What's up? Hey, what's going on? Passport Code. What up? What's up? So we got a great show tonight. We gonna start off with a little icebreaker to get loose, and then we gonna go off into some great conversation. So for the icebreaker, do women really want a good man? And we have a video that we're gonna reference for this one, and it's actually from TikTok, and this is actually from a woman, so it's not a booby trap. We're gonna listen to her and see what y'all think about her rhetoric, whether y'all agree or disagree. Let's see. All right, here she go.
All women say they want a good man until they actually meet one and realize they're not equipped to handle him. A good man is not convenient. He doesn't bend to accommodate chaos. He doesn't rearrange his values because you're emotional.
Right.
A real good man has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity, you misread everything. You call him cold because he won't tolerate drama. You call him selfish because he protects his peace. You label him detached because he refuses to beg for your approval. But that's not coldness. That is self-respect. A man who knows his worth doesn't move from insecurity. He moves from conviction. Good men don't chase drama. They don't chase chaos. And they sure as hell don't chase women who weaponize emotion. They build, they lead, they create order. Most women aren't ready for the responsibility that comes with a stable man because stability doesn't feed your need for emotional roller coasters. It doesn't scratch that itch for unpredictable validation. For women raised in dysfunction, peace feels boring until you lose it. A good man requires partnership, respect, and a woman who's emotionally regulated, not reactive, not reckless. Stay solid. Good men don't bend, they build. And the right woman rises to meet him. All right.
So, fellas in the chat, if you agree with her description of a good man, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you disagree with her description of a good man or a solid man, put a 2 in the chat if you disagree. I just want to see what the men think in the chat. Ladies, do with that. I'm gonna say that I agree. Race head, put a 1 in the chat. He agrees. Ramon says 2. What do you find to be different, Ramon? Expound on that. Henny said 1. I think most of the men are gonna say 1. So let's just say we all agree with her description of a good man. With that being the case, do women, majority of women, really want a good man? Let's start with Rain.
Short answer?
Yeah, short answer first.
Of course, a woman wants a good man. It desires and needs a good man. So, short answer, yes.
Okay, Sonny. With that description of what a good man comes with, do you think most women really want that?
No.
No. Okay. Short and sweet. Kira.
Well, here's go ahead. I'll let Kira answer.
Yeah, we're gonna go short. We're gonna short and then we're gonna expand. Kira. Okay. Talk to me. Short answer. Do you think, most women want a good man as she described one? Yeah. Glitching.
Good women want good men. I'll put it that way.
Okay. So let's circle back. Sonny wanted to expound on her answer. You said no. Talk to me.
By her definition of what a good man is, I think women want that, but they don't want that definition of a good man. They don't. Let me restate it because I feel like I'm missing the point.
Take your time.
I think when we hear a good man, the ideal is that he's good under the terms and conditions we set, not under the terms and conditions she outlined. Does that make sense?
So as she described it, if we go off that, because most of the men in the chat did agree that she was accurate, right?
Do you think women want that? If that is what the good man is that what women want, or do they want something else? What up, Roxy?
I think they want. Oh gosh, my brain. Okay.
They glitching, chat. They glitching. There's gonna be some glitching tonight.
I'm not glitching. No, I really think women want that type of man. They just wouldn't define him as good. Because kind of going back to what you were saying on the previous Queen's Code, when you talk about the nice guy, they equate the nice guy to the good guy. So if you think about that, most quote unquote, and I know the guy's gonna come for me in the chat, but I don't think when women think about the nice guy or the good guy, they think those qualities, they just don't think it under their terms and conditions. They want it, but they don't want it under the terms and conditions that they set. I hope that makes sense.
Well, it does make sense, but if we're moving the goalposts at that point.
What do you mean?
Because if we're saying what she described is the good guy, and what women ultimately want is something else, then I think we'd have to circle back to your answer being no. Most women don't necessarily want what she described.
I think they want that, but I think they don't. They don't want it because it doesn't fit what they're. Remember, women have
work.
Exactly. It requires them to put in work, and it doesn't. A lot of women don't want to put that type of work in, and they want the man to be under their definition and understanding of what a good man is, not what an actual good man is. Did that help?
No, I'm following you from the get-go. It just feels like it's almost like, okay, I want the good guy as long as it's convenient. The times where what he comes with is inconvenient, I don't want that.
I don't want it.
It's like,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It falls under the terms and conditions of what she defines as a good man, not what an actual good man is.
But if you can't have the good without the bad, do you want the good at all?
Me personally, absolutely.
No, well, I'm saying like kind of in general, I guess, from what we see today, as like it's almost like all pros, no cons. Roxy, did you see the video that we're talking about right now for the icebreaker?
No, I'm sorry, I did not.
No, don't be sorry. I'll play it again. It's not long. And it'll also give us all a refresher of what we're talking about, because the question is based on what she described as a good man. So let's run it back one time.
Women say they want a good man until they actually meet one and realize they're not equipped to handle him. A good man is not convenient. He doesn't bend to accommodate chaos. He doesn't rearrange his values because you're emotional. Right. A real good man has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity, you misread everything. You call him cold because he won't tolerate drama. You call him selfish because he protects his peace. You label him detached because he refuses to beg for your approval. But that's not coldness. That is self-respect. A man who knows his worth doesn't move from insecurity. He moves from conviction. Good men don't chase drama. They don't chase chaos. And they sure as hell don't chase women who weaponize emotion. They build, they lead, they create order. Most women aren't ready for the responsibility that comes with a stable man, because stability doesn't feed your need for emotional roller coasters. It doesn't scratch that itch for unpredictable validation. For women raised in dysfunction, peace feels boring until you lose it. A good man requires partnership, respect, and a woman who's emotionally regulated, not reactive, not reckless. Stay solid. Good men don't bend, they build. And the right woman rises to meet him. All women say they want a good man until they actually.
Yeah, so Roxy, I guess, so the question was centered around this. If what she's describing is the good man, do you feel like a majority of women today, actually want that?
Generally, yes. I think women want a good man, but I also think that sometimes women don't know what they want because they want to also be chased. And if they're not chased and they're not pursued, they're not feeling it.
Okay. My dog, excuse me. My dog said, wait, I'm trying to find it. James, he said they want a perfect man, but can't handle it. What do y'all have to say to that? Anybody could chime in.
Absolutely not perfect.
I think that women they want this sad man that she said in this video. But or with that being said, a woman has to be emotional to take on that type of man, that good man. You have to be ready to be led, ready to be counseled and everything, all everything that submission entails.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of women are not going to go for that. Your modern woman who is career driven, who has her own, who does not want that type of leadership. That's a different type of leadership. But yes, in that video, everything she said was that qualities of a good man, right? The whole list, everything that she said, yes. But the modern woman today is not going to go for that because of what she said. We're not emotionally regulated for that. And the modern woman who's out here working, career driven, she doesn't want a man to lead her. And that's what that kind of man that she described wants is a man who has leadership and who wants to lead his household and who does that. And a lot of women are not they can't handle that type of leadership.
Right. So I also want to also kind of piggyback off of what Rain was saying and say too, society has conditioned women to believe that they're always right, no matter what, right? So therefore, because I am a woman and I am emotional, you have to accept it, right? There are no caveats to that. Men are very compartmentalized, I think, in a lot of ways to say, well, men have to be this way. Men have to show up this way. Women are told that we can show up however we want to. 15 kids, 17 baby daddies, fat, bad attitude, immature and the whole kit and caboodle. But when we're asking for something that requires us to be of a certain standard, we push back and said, you have to accept me because I am woman, period. There is no caveats to that.
Interesting. Did anybody have anything to chime in on this before I go to the comments? And then we're going to move to the first subject?
Yeah, I'm going to just say this. Go ahead. You can go ahead, Roxy.
Oh, you've been waiting. Go ahead, Kira. You got it. You've been waiting.
No, I just feel like most people attract where they are. They attract who they are. So most women who find themselves getting good men are normally good women. And women who end up always finding the guy who's filled with drama, and that's what they attract because that's essentially who they are. So, Yep, that's it.
It's interesting. I don't want to build off of it too much. I know the chat had a lot to say because we could stay stuck on the icebreaker for 45 minutes. Let me let me see. Racehead said, what is a woman's definition of a good man? See, that's what I'm saying. That's how we get stuck right here for 45 minutes. Let's see. N2D said, Racehead, a simp, LOL. There it is. Racehead, nice and good. Don't walk together. Nice is gullible. True. Time. I can spit it out for her, but I believe she wants to say it. But I think she is trying to keep the sister intact. I think that was it might have been when you was talking, Sonny. I'm not sure. A couple of y'all glitched already. It's about to get interesting. Henny said, wanting a good man means allowing leadership and not questioning every decision. Also understanding we consider your feelings, but don't operate off of your feelings.
Right.
Yeah. That's
at least he said consider. Most men do not have consideration.
I mean, consider technically means, consider. I'm gonna be real with you. Consider for men just means act like we listening. We gonna do what we gonna do. Racehead said, you know it. In too deep, and this is the reason why a lot of men are choosing their peace and being bad boys when they want to get a scratch. In too deep. Said Racehead said, I got to use this sound bite in a recording session. James Holloman, it's funny when they said that good guys finish last. So how they want a good guy? Interesting. Henny said a lot of women can't handle the idea that a good man is masculine and rules with boundaries and an iron fist. Good men don't allow women to dictate their leadership. Facts. Racehead, emotionally regulated. Check. Yeah, she hit the bullseye when she said that. Shanique was it Shanique Griffith. What's going on? I think it's my first time seeing you in the chat. Welcome to the chat. 333s for Shanique. Let's see. Good men are whole, and women who are not whole want the easy, not the work the wholeness requires, is what I hear Sonny say. Spot on. Okay. Brings us back to being duty bound. Keyword, duty. Time said, I don't know who this lady is, but let her preach. Racehead said, modern Western women. Ramon, what's going on? He said, so let me get this right. Modern women don't go for the good man, but it's what they want. Real talk, Shay. Reality, what's going on? She got the eyebrow up. We just having some conversation. Time said, me personally, after hearing her talk and spit some truth, women do not want a good man, and I'm just being honest. Real talk said, right. Let's see. Henny said, feminism have given women choice and protection so much that they can challenge men to the core of their leadership, even if they're coming with baggage of another man's kids. Hennessy always coming with the cold, harsh truth. Let's see. James said they want that independence, and when they say they don't need a man, so I'm confused when they said they want a good man. I guess that the line they say, James. I don't need you, I want you. That's the line they use. Let's see. Intelligent. The family stuff.
I'm not saying that anymore.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Because he's done when you say it. I'm gonna let you know. Whether he lets you know or not, he's finished. Let's see. The family suffers and her children miss out. Isn't it a woman's duty and responsibility to make sure her children have a daddy and a father? I don't.
That's the responsibility of both parents.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah. Joe Jess said, I would say accept more than attract who you are. Racehead is a selfish woman working against her nature. Is a selfish woman working against her nature? I would say so. That's a good question. Let me start that for Q&A. Yeah. Let's see. Intelligence said, men don't leave any good women with no kids out on the market. That's fair. Chanel, hey girls. Chanel said, "What's up, y'all?" And Classic. What's happening? Black Mona Lisa, what up, Black Mona? She said, "Hey y'all." She sent some love y'all way.
Hey.
What up? Look, y'all got some backup. The backup is here, y'all.
Yes.
Back. No.
We need you, Lisa. We need you. We outnumbered.
All right, so let's move off the icebreaker. So we're gonna move into this next concept, which was sent over by Kira. Thank you, Kira, for sending this over. I thought it was fire. Before we answer the question, let me go over the 4 archetypes. So essentially, the women have been broken down into 4 archetypes. I guess they're saying all or most of y'all fall more so under one of these than the other 4. So the archetype number 1 is the nurturer. Archetype number 2 is the independent/sovereign woman. Number 3 is the seductress or the romantic, and number 4 is the rebel/feminist archetype, right? And so with those archetypes in mind, considering the 4 core female archetypes, have women truly changed, or are the loudest voices shaping the perception of all women today? Since Kira sent over the question, I'm gonna allow you to answer first, and I'll actually let all y'all answer fully, so you don't have to give your short answer. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I strongly believe that women are the same. Like I really do. And you can kind of see forward facing the type of woman they are as soon as you meet them. So I'm gonna just stick. That's gonna be my short answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go in order. Roxy, what do you think about this one?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure. I think there's a lot more to women. I think we are very complex creatures, and we could be multiple of those and not just one of those.
So do you feel like the women of today are similar to the women of yesteryear, or do you think it's a new breed of woman today? That's
It
that's
depends
running
on
around.
which yesteryear we're talking about, because that's a
Okay.
whole different game. Very, very different.
2 generations back, grandma now.
Very different.
Okay.
But I think that we are also, for myself, I was raised by mainly women in my family. I come from a very dominant, independent, strong, independent women family. And there's not a lot of men and strong men in our family that have really, really been around. There are some, but they have not really been the ones that's been in my life to like lead the forefront and set example for me. So I've been led by a lot of women. So I've become a very independent, strong woman, and it is hard for me to let go. But that is something that I am learning how to do, because it's something I do want to be in my soft era. I do want to do that. I don't want to be strong all the time. Like,
put a pin right there. I want to peel back some layers on that, but let me get to the other ladies first. I want to peel back some layers on that. Soft Rain, the 4 core female archetypes. Do you feel like women truly change, or are the loudest voices shaping the perception of all women?
Yes and yes. There's no or in it. I feel like women have changed because of the loudest voices changing the perceptions of women.
So are women naturally followers?
I think some women are not followers. I think they run to the beat of their own drum. But with that being said, no, I take that back. Just thinking about it, yes, they're naturally followers. They're gonna do what their grandma and them told them to do. Baby, go get your education. Baby, don't worry about no man right now. Baby, be independent. Go get your own money. All that. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna push back anyway, because I was gonna say the Pop the Balloon show will show you that women are followers.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they don't even come up with their own answers. After the first woman say why she didn't like them, the next 5, it's the same. Yep, the next 5, it was his shoes. Yep, it was his shoes. I think it was the shoes. Yeah, it was the shoes, and a little bit of the jeans and the shoes. Yeah. So, Sonny, what you think? Do you think women have changed, or are the loudest voices shaping the perception of women today?
Both.
Both. Okay. Elaborate for me.
So I think women have changed because, to Roxy's point, if she probably didn't even realize it, she was raised in a predominantly matriarch household and environment, right? So those women influenced her way of thinking, her way of doing, her way of being, right? There was no prominent male figure in that environment. So if you think about that happening across a greater populace of women, then yes, that dynamic is going to change. With regards to the women of old, right? And what's crazy is that we have been conditioned not just by society, but also by our grandmothers and our mothers who come from that generation that was very different than the 21st century woman, right? But we were also kind of, when they were coming out into feminism and all of that stuff. So I guess that shaped. Yeah, I don't want to get off the topic because I know I'll banter on, but I believe both things are true. I believe both things are true. So that's the best way I could put it.
I'll throw my my male POV in the hat. I think that I agree with Kira primarily. I think that women haven't changed. I think the percentages have changed. So I think all 4 archetypes have always existed. I think there's been a shift of what percentage of women fill in the 4 archetypes. So like when we look at the 4, number 1 is the nurturer, right? I think there's less of that now, but they still exist. Number 2 is the independent. I think there's more of that now, right? Than probably yesteryear. Number 3, the seductress. I think there's too much of that now, right? But it's always existed, but I think it's abundant now. And then number 4, the rebel / feminist. Again, same thing. I think, those number 3 and 4 are probably dominating a little bit more than they should. And that's why we have the marriage rate, the single parent household rates and all of that. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion though. The chat going crazy. Yeah,
I
want to add on to that too.
Yeah.
But just to add on to the loudest voices shaping the perception of all women, I think the ones who are the loudest are the ones who shaping the perception of you thinking that there are less nurturers. Yes. So, you know, I do believe that there are a lot of nurturing women. I do believe that it's a high percentage of nurture. I mean, I don't know these women to be, you know, I don't know them personally, but you can see that on a woman, you know what I mean? And so it's like day to day, you know, when we experience women, we see those type of women in real life. But when you go online and they're like extremely loud, it's always the ones doing too much, making us all look bad.
Yeah.
So
what about
go ahead.
I mean,
what about us going through stages? Like, say for instance, in our 20s, we're the rebel, you know, in our 30s, we're this independent woman. And then when we finally get married and become a mother, we're nurturers. So are we not going through stages of the female archetype, or are we always a nurturer? Are we always a rebel? Are we always a seductress? You know, do we not evolve through our years?
I feel like the dominant always stays the dominant.
But do we experience all four some type in our
I get where you're coming from, Rain. I think we do.
I believe we do, but I believe that the dominant always stays the dominant. Like a woman who is strong and independent, that is who she is from the rooter to the tutor. So you know, and even for like a nurturing, you have those women who are overly submissive or overly like just all of my man, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And then you have the seductress, the seductive ones, or just overly sexy all the time. You know, they be in their 60s still doing too much.
Still doing it.
You know? So I think the core of the woman, and it goes, I believe it goes a lot into how that person or that woman was raised. It goes a lot. That's why I feel like a lot of the women from yesteryear, they're still the same because it just get trickled down. Yeah.
I just don't, I guess maybe I'm missing something, but if there was more nurturers 40 years ago versus less of them in present day, in my mind, that's change, right? So maybe there's just a disconnect in my understanding of how the question was phrased and help me understand. But to me, I think that is the dynamic that changes, right? I think because we've seen this influx of women who are more nurturing and on that scale versus now we see more women who are the seductress and who are the feminists. I'm not saying those voices didn't exist 40 years ago. I'm saying because of the loud voices, if you will, in the media, however that came, whatever shape or form that media was or is now, that is what's causing the change from the women going in from more of a nurturing stand, because my belief is that women are natural nurturers, right? That's not something you just do. And I think most women, I don't know if hi Roxy, by the way, have children on a panel, but I think that's something that's instinctual. If you're put into a certain position, a woman is going to nurture not just her child, but her man as well, right? But I just think that just the dynamic has shifted, which to me is why I stated yes, right? Because the dynamics have gone from more of that nurturing to more of this more seductress and feminist and independent woman. You just see that dynamic more than you do now. And it is predicated on a lot of what the louder voices are saying, right? So I hope that makes sense.
Who influenced the louder voices? I agree with you, and I agree with you and Kira in regards to the loudest voices, kind of, you know, being the leaders of the new school of women. But who programmed those voices to scream what they're screaming?
I think it's social media and sensationalism. Like,
yeah.
You know, I think you showed a video yesterday of a woman talking about how she's a cheater. Back in the day, you would never hear women talking about, look, whatever I do, in my pastime, that's my business, you know? But, a lot of now they're kind of like rewarded to say those things and be a lot more, you know,
Right.
over the top, whether it's, you know, they're trying to, I don't know, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Let's get to some of the chats. Let's see what the fellas are saying. They going crazy. Joe Jet said, "Yeah, I think women can fall into multiple categories, and that causes many problems because a woman will be one way with one guy, different with other guys. Men see this, then she's not taken seriously." It's true. Hennessy and cigars. Women love. You said you don't.
No, because to Kira's point, because Kira made a point, she was like, a good man is going to attract a good woman and vice versa. A good woman is going to attract a good man. So how does it now that a woman, you know, it is now predicated on what man the woman is with? That doesn't make any sense, because if he's presenting a certain way and that woman is responding to how he presents himself, then why would she flip-flop? Right?
It depends on it. To me, it depends on the space that he
I was thinking
that he makes for her. If it's safe and secure, that woman is gonna be softer. If it's chaos and full of mess, that woman is not gonna be as soft. So it's different for different men. A woman, I don't want to say chameleon, but a woman mirrors her man. If it's chaos and whatever's going on, she's not gonna feel safe enough to be soft and submissive.
Okay. But I will say this though, I feel like in a relationship, like a man should be able to experience all forms of the woman. Like all forms, like the independent woman, because when he's not home, she still has to figure out what I like, you know, I don't have time to think about, you know, I need to call him to hurry up and get, like, I have to be independent to make sure things get done. Also, too, like the nurturing, you know, when a woman is naturally submissive to, you know, the husband, and then she takes care of the kids and she's nurturing. We always got to make sure we keep it sexy, ladies. You know what I mean? So, you know, a good woman and a good relationship, a healthy relationship, the man should be able to experience all essence of the woman. But there is one, I believe, that is going to be stronger than the other, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Kira, you think it's the same number of nurturers? You think the percentage wise amongst the population of women in this part of the world, you don't think there's less nurturers than there were?
Honestly, I can't really gauge. I think that a lot of women are living in survival mode. So I feel like a lot of the nurturing has been suppressed. So yeah, I do believe there are a lot more nurturers. I mean, just from what I experience on a day-to-day, that's, you know, maybe online it may be different, but from what I experience, you know, women are taking care of their kids, and they're, you know, loving, and then, you know, they cook for their man, and, you know, rub his feet, and, you know, we do stuff like that for our man, you know, rub his back whenever it's a long day at work, you know, we keep it cute too. Yeah.
I think there's a lot more nurturers than what we think about, but we just don't see that because we're so having to used to be in our strength and in our independence and in survival mode. For me, I am naturally a nurturer. My job has been a nurturer my entire life. It still is, and it's not even my job. But that's one of those things where that's how it's been my entire life. That's what it's always been. But
I find, go ahead. I'm sorry, Rox. I thought you were finished.
Well. No, you're okay. But it's just one of those things where it's like I have been in survival mode where I'm like, because I was raised by a bunch of strong, independent women. So it's kind of one of those weird dynamics for myself.
Well, this is interesting. I find this particular topic interesting because the vast majority of men that I've heard online, and even some in my personal life, right, would say that a feminine woman is a feminine woman, regardless. A man doesn't have to do anything, right? He doesn't have to prove his leadership, or it doesn't have to be tested, or whatever the case may be, that a woman who operates in this space as a feminine woman, air quote, will always do that. However, the conversations that I just heard is that a woman is going to operate in whatever environment that a man provides for her, but men would, that I've heard, fellas can in the chat can correct me, will say that's not quote unquote right. That a woman should always be in her feminine and submissive state. So now I find that there's this hypocrisy and almost oxymoronishness. And how should a woman show up in a relationship? One says that just because I'm a man and I have a penis, pardon me, that a woman shall be, right? She should submit. She should be, because now I'm hearing a conversation of women saying, well, if he gives me chaos, I'm going to multiply that, which by all rights, a woman, that literally is what women are built to do. And if he gives me peace and this and that, then a woman is going to build off of that. However, that is not always the arguments that are made. So help me understand this, because what Kira said was very important to understand. And I live in that space of where my man needs me, I'm going to fill in that gap. And I function off the word of interdependency, right? So I understand where Kira was coming from. I even understand where Rain is coming from. I think I am trying now to connect the femininity that a man expects a woman to just show up with, without some level of expectancy of what he's going to give her. Does that make sense?
Men have been preaching to me for the last almost year now that I've been on this podcast that women should show up submissively. I've been saying that they need to give me the environment to be submissive.
Okay.
That's what we've been going back and forth with for the longest.
Right.
So yes, women should show up and be soft and be submissive, but if they're not giving me that environment to be submissive in, how can they expect that from me?
Okay. So now I have a question for Classic and the fellas. And I actually wanted to ask this on the last live that we was on, and it went on a very long time, but it was a good live. How does a woman come in and learn to, should a woman come in and trust a man's leadership off rip? And I hope I'm asking that so that it makes sense.
All of them are gonna say yes.
Can I answer this? Can I answer this?
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. From the moment a woman sees a man, the very second she knows exactly where she put him. She knows if he's a simp. She knows if he's a softie. She knows if he's strong and dominant. Men don't have to assert their dominance. The woman sees it. And so if
it isn't about dominance, though. I don't want to conflate those two terms as the same.
Masculinity, strength, what provision, a woman could see it from the first time she meets a man. And if a woman can identify his masculinity and his strength, the softness of a woman, we get on the inside, you know what I mean? When we see a strong man, and the juices start flowing. So it's natural. The nurturing of a woman and the softness of a woman is definitely predicated on the masculinity of a man, for sure.
I understand that, but that's not what I was asking. I'm asking, how does a woman, you're saying that it's instantaneous, and while I would like to agree with you, I don't. Because just like a woman fakes the funk when they going out here with, yacky wacky down their back, eyelashes and the whole 9 yards, men will front that too. So I don't think you should ever just say instantaneously I meet this guy and it's just, I'm all warm and gooey inside. And while I would love that to be a reality, it's not. I think a man has to prove his ability to lead, just as a woman would have to prove her value in that man's life. I don't think those things come instantly. If a man can't tell that a woman is a good woman right away, which we've heard numerous times on this panel about how men are quote unquote suckered into believing that the idea, this woman shows up and she's beautiful, then she's this, and then 3 to 6 months down the road, she turns into the banshee from hell, and he doesn't know who this person is anymore. So I would love to live in that space with you, but I just don't believe it. I just don't believe that a woman should just get all ooey goo. I think that's the problem, is that the man presents a certain way, and then as we get to know him, as time goes on, what he's presented turns out to be a fallacy. Remember, men, there's a talking point that goes around and said men believe that women appreciate the lie more than they appreciate honesty. So put that in perspective before you I think that should be something to be thought about before we kind of make this. I don't know. I'm not going to state it like that, but I just think that's something to be thought about before something like that is stated.
I get what you're saying, but I think we know we can see things for what they are as soon as you see somebody. I think that's my only pushback. I don't feel like people are really going into these situations with as much ignorance as we would like to believe. Like, I think that people, people can, or at least, especially a person of a particular age who's experienced things. Like, you should, like at this age, if I was in the dating scene, I would be able to call BS from the moment I meet somebody. From the first 10 minutes of me experiencing that person, I mean, I do it all the time now. Like, I can, whether it's a male or female, you know what I mean? So, I don't think that we're going into these situations, meeting people and have like complete blinders over our eyes. I think we can see the red flags within the first 10 minutes.
Maybe.
We had a couple questions in the chat. Hey, chat, y'all know super chats are guaranteed. Y'all going too crazy for me to get to all these. I got to be respectful of all the ladies' time. Plus, right after me at 8:30 p.m., we have life soundtrack with Souls of Thought and conversations with Soft Rain. Is Uncle Plug joining y'all too?
I don't think so. Not on this one.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be Souls of Thought and conversations with Soft Rain right after us. But I did put a star in a couple questions for y'all. We have Souls of Thought. He said, how long can you use your upbringing to be the reason you can't get it right? Single and upbringing don't really line up. Anybody want to respond to that?
I'll respond to it because I feel like as though it's targeted towards me.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I take accountability for my own actions and what I say and what I do, as well as how I was raised. I was raised how I was raised. Can't control that part, but I act how I act because of who I am. Mm-hmm. I have a strong foundation of who I am. I know who I am. I am comfortable in who I am, and I'm okay with that. But I do know that I'm not sure that it's one of those things where, for myself, I chose to be single for a long time after I had my daughter because she was not having her father in her life actively. She was already kind of gypped out of life and having two parents, a mother and a father. And I wasn't going to shortchange her any further and let a babysitter watch her or let somebody else raise her. So I chose to be single. I chose to make her my priority.
How do those decisions correlate with your upbringing though? Because the question was about like how long can you use upbringing to be the reason? And I'm just asking because you said you took this question like it was towards you. So I'm just asking, how do those decisions correlate with how you were brought up?
I was raised by a single mother.
And you feel like because of like the absence of the masculine presence is why like it kind of led to some of those decisions?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I had been put last before. Mm-hmm. And I knew what that was like, and I wasn't about to make my child be put in that position. And it took me a very long time to even start to date.
Yeah, hey, ladies,
years and years.
Ladies, y'all hear this now. Listen, If y'all got that little girl over there, that little boy over there, and ain't no man in that house, y'all listen to Sister Roxy here testify to y'all. Go and get you a man up in that house now, because it's good to see, and I appreciate you sharing, but it's good to see that, people need real time examples, which is why I'm grateful that people are comfortable talking on my platform, because people need real time examples of how real life plays out for people in certain situations and circumstances. Like, we can sit here and discuss percentages and numbers all we want. That don't feel real. It feel real when you got a person sitting here like, listen, this being like that is why I'm like this, and I'm XYZ, full grown. So I think people need to see it. You know what I mean? So thank you for sharing. Neva said, you said Neva, right? Is Neva?
It's Neva. Mm-hmm.
Neva, got you. At what time in life was I one of the archetypes? I can see myself in every aspect, but in different times in my life. Maybe one is more apparent now that at other times I agree with Rain. Okay, so you're saying like stages and phases?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of tough. Let me see. Souls of Thought said, hold on. Okay, no problem. I see it, Kira. Souls of Thought said, so your raising has more than 10 to 15 years of residue. When does it become a choice of your own?
It's always been.
Well, can I say this? Because I kind of understand where Souls is coming from. So from my understanding, from the limited understanding of psychology that I have, the ages of 0 to 7 is when a child is the most influenced by their environment, right? So that is why it's so important for a certain dynamic to happen in those crucial times from infancy until they're 7, because that does create the foundation. Now, does that foundation continue to determine who that person is as they get older? I don't think so, right? I think that your lived experiences up to whatever point you have a child or you get married, or whatever the case may be, now compound onto the foundation that you already have. So I think it's just a bit more multifaceted. However, I think in Roxy's case, it's just mirroring what she grew up in, because she ended up in that environment with her own child. So I don't think that just because her upbringing was that way, that it necessarily determined how her current and present moment would be. I just think that's probably just how the cards lay, even though that I understand the influence of how it could have gotten there. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, the cards were definitely dealt that way, but it was one of those things that I try to operate in the complete opposite way of how I was raised. And I try to be a good example for my daughter and do the right thing to show my daughter as to, it's okay to be in your soft era. It's okay to trust in people. It's okay to be understanding of other people and let people in and let people know what's going on.
But does your daughter see that in real time? Because you just said there's no father in the house. So how can she actually see that if there's nobody? By yourself?
She sees it with me, but she doesn't see it with a man in the house.
Well, herein lies the problem. I raised my children by myself. They did not see me in my soft era. That's not possible. And I'm not here to say that that's not a thing with you, but I'm saying my children didn't see me like that. There was no softness there. I had to take on more of a masculine role, right? I had to work. I had to feed them. I had to do all of these things. So a part of the feminine side of me, more of that nurturing side, had to get suppressed, because my children got to eat. I don't have time to sit over here and have a panic attack and an anxiety and all of these things that in other situations, if their father was present, that I may have been able to have that moment. And they would see their father come and help me in that moment and support me in that moment. But when I am by myself, and I'm speaking from my lived experience, they didn't get to see that. They got to see their mother go out here and hustle, right? And then I had sons, so I'm now also conditioned to believe that because I am the only present parent in their life and they don't have an active father in their life, I now have to take on the role as the disciplinarian. All of these things are not in the nature of what I believe women are built to be. And to Kira's point, survival is where I was. When a woman is not operating in her natural nurturing state, she's surviving. It is very hard to show a person a softer side when you're surviving because you are literally just trying to survive.
I got you. I want to while I got y'all, because I want to run to about 8:15, and then I want to give a little buffer time for everybody to get their snacks and use the bathroom so they can tap in with the life soundtrack tonight with Souls of Thought and Soft Rain. So with the last 15 minutes, let's move off of this one. And thank you again, Kira, for sending that over. That was about an hour of good about 30 minutes of good conversation off of that question. Yeah. That's a good topic. Thank you for sending that over. And anytime y'all have anything y'all want me to use for Queen Codes, ladies, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Because it makes my life a lot easier. I create a lot of content. If y'all send me something ready-made, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? For real. But I wanted to get into one of my few questions I have for y'all. I thought this one was a good one. What matters more in a long-term relationship? Emotional connection or lifestyle compatibility? Yeah, I knew that was gonna make y'all think for a second. For this one, let's start with Kira. Let's start with Miss Successfully Married on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Let's
pressure.
Yeah, we gonna get your married analysis first, and then go to the rest. I see the super chats coming in. Money, we'll get to those in just a second. I want to make the most of this time. Talk to me, Kira.
I think lifestyle compatibility. Because I feel like a lot of people go into divorce, and the number one thing is we grew apart. Oh, we grew apart. Well, it's not the number one thing, but a lot of times people speak about growing apart. And a lot of times that has to do with where the goals and the things that they, desire for their life, it changed. So for me, lifestyle compatibility definitely trumps emotional connection, because I think emotional connection will come. If you guys are compatible on the lifestyle aspect, I think the emotional connection will definitely come.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I didn't. If I had to guess, I would have got that one wrong. Money. It's money pouring in everywhere. Listen, ladies, hold it. Yeah,
money.
Hold it. Money. Yeah. It's too much. He said break time. Yep. I'm in the chat done forced my hand. Ted said, Ted with the 499. He said, if you're in survival mode, why look for a relationship or even entertain one?
Everybody desires companionship. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah,
desires companionship.
Right. I mean, when you're in survival mode, you're doing what needs to be done at the moment. It doesn't mean that you don't desire companionship or a partner or any of that. It just means that you got to take care of your household. There's no space or no window for you to go, oh, okay, well, I got to go over here. You can look, those two things can exist in the same space. It's just when you're in that mode, that it's going to be, and I'm speaking for myself, because when I raised my children, I did it as a single parent, not figuratively, but literally. So you look for that. You look for companionship, but you also know that, okay, I can look, but I got to eat. This man ain't going to come in and just start paying bills and taking care of kids right away. You still got to make sure your house is maintained while you're still seeking that out, if that's something you choose to do when you're in that mode.
That's
raising your kids.
Yeah, she said y'all need to do a show together. It's really tough, y'all.
To talk about that.
Because y'all will tell us, on the other hand, I hear women all over the internet talking about men don't date until you got yourself situated. But then y'all sitting up here like, I could be in the middle of this type of turbulence, that type of turbulence, and I still want love. It's like, is that one of them double standards? We just got to eat. Like, we just got to eat that. That's crazy. That's nasty. Stretch break.
No,
y'all.
That doesn't.
You got to wait 18 years to get a little something. Like, what?
See what I'm saying? No, stretch break.
18 years is a long time. Classic.
Come on.
And I think you're. Oh, Go ahead, we stretching.
Jesus.
Been through a lot on the way to the top.
That's crazy, man.
Been through a lot on the way to the top.
Shout out to Tez for introducing
I'm only gonna do this once. I ain't
Yeah.
at all. Been through a lot on the way to the top and remaining gratuitous. Had to work for my peace, disturbing the peace. You gotta be ludicrous. When I walk in the room, it get a little chilly, cause baby, the coolest here. I'm setting the tempo, I'm setting the vibe. Baby, the mood is here. I done been that boy for a long minute. I done gave the right love to the wrong women. Couldn't see the horns of a born sinner. Took a lot of L's to become a winner. Sometimes for the learn, gotta dive in. It ain't nothing but a little bit of trial and error. I ain't never seen a winner that was not a failure. That's why you gotta stay tough, stay up. You can get some sleep when the work pay off. I can get some sleep when I fire my boss. For the second time, I done won and I done lost. Since I've been a man, I've been running on exhaust. Since I've been a man, I've been running on the calls. Since I've been a man, I've been dropping my balls. Growing my paws, had to go from a puppy to dog. I ain't new to this at all. Been through a lot on the way to the top and remaining gratuitous.
Classic.
Uncle Plug came through with the super chat and said, a good woman ain't single and a good man ain't available. Yeah. Kira bugging up. Now listen, we finally got her name right. B. Come on now. It's Kira. He put that A back in the stretch break. The stretch break is undefeated, y'all. Now y'all go ahead and get back on my bumper about this double standard. How's this supposed to work?
That doesn't, when I'm saying that we're in that mold, that doesn't mean we haven't gotten ourselves together. We could have very well been educated and got good jobs and we're working, but a woman who is in that state without a partner, without a husband, is going to be functioning more on her maintaining her household. It's not to say she doesn't want it. She's now just going to have to factor that in with everything else she's got going on, if that's something she chooses to do. That's not an easy thing to do, by the way. So I saw the money. If you want to grab it, I saw it. But
it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it at the end. I want to max out y'all time. I see you. Real talk. She said, "Good conversation is good living. Being happily married with children." Say that. I told y'all, good women be louder
Classic.
now. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I don't disagree. So yeah. So what I'm saying is that we could have accomplished all those things. I think the it's not a double standard, because I think a lot of men, and this is just my opinion, and this is from my own lived experiences raising sons. When a man is not on his purpose, if he doesn't have certain things set in place, he's less intentional and he's a bit more TD, if you get what I'm trying to say with that. So when he's on a purpose, he has a set goal or determination in mind, he's a bit more focused, he's a bit more intentional. It goes back to what that lady was saying, the definition of a good man was. He is not going to take a lot of things because he understands what he needs, and that from, as he's pursuing his purpose versus what he wants. A man who doesn't have that usually goes after what he wants, the big butt and the smile, versus what he needs.
Okay. Hey, look, y'all could. I believe double standards exist. I'm gonna just let y'all have this one. I don't have to agree. I'm gonna just let y'all have this one.
That's fair. Yeah,
I'm gonna just down that hill. That's crazy.
I gotta give some pushback.
Talk to me, Roxy.
Sure.
And as for what Sunny had said about how can my daughter see me in my soft era? She sees me in my soft era whenever I'm with her and with her only. She sees me be soft with her. She sees me be the example of what softness looks like with her and compassionate with her. But she also sees me be strict and be very strong and rigid with her and put on the pressure whenever she's not on top of what she needs to be on top of. And
EJ, hold on real quick, Roxy. Hey, your opinion's welcome, EJ. Just light on the ladies, brother. Light on the ladies. Hey, Tez, get to the vertical, gang. Go ahead, Roxy.
My daughter has been through a lot for the things that I've been through as well. This last year was rough. been through things that she never should have seen through or anything, let alone for me. So I've learned how to pull up and get up out of bed whenever I don't want to get up out of bed and do what I have to do, because I've got her looking on me and seeing me, and I can't be a crying mess in the bed and want to be weak and everything like that. Like, there are moments where I have times where that's me. Yeah, but I also have been doing the work so that is not going to be me. I refuse to allow that to be me. So she is seeing the strong part of me. She is seeing the independent part of me where I have to hustle and I have to do what I have to do. She is seeing everything that I have to do.
For the sake of time, I respect where you're coming from, but you also just made my point, right? You never heard me say that I wasn't gentle and soft with my children, because I was. But it is a different thing for you to be gentle and soft with them, and them to see you being gentle and soft because you have someone there who is allowing you to be in a different position. As a single parent, we can be gentle and soft with our babies. We can love on them and nurture them and embrace them, right? We can also be stern with them and discipline them as we see fit. But when we talk about soft error, we're talking about in the construct of a relationship. Your daughter only sees you doing it. How is she going to understand how to be soft with her man? How is she going to understand how to be that in the presence of her man? She's only seen you do it. So when she gets into a relationship, she is going to have to work through that, and she's going to have to figure that out, right? Because it's not just her anymore. She's not going to be the independent woman, strong woman that she's seen her mother be. If she has a man there, a good man there who's willing to give her an environment to allow her to be that, she's going to reject that because she doesn't understand what that looks like. She doesn't understand what that feels like, because what she has seen is you being strong, independent, but gentle with her. I hope you understand that I'm coming from love, and I'm coming from a place of complete understanding, and that you can just see that it wasn't me trying to take a dig. It's me really telling you that I understand what you're saying. I understand it, right? So, and I even spoke about that on the panel, the last panel when we were talking about Iman Shumpert. So I'm not going to hold much more time on this, but I shared a lot in there about my experiences, a little bit, childhood and everything. So with that, I'll land.
Okay. So I
just want to say this much.
Oh, go ahead.
And this is all I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand that. I agree that it's coming from a place of love. My daughter seen me doing that this last year and a half. But the part of that is she didn't see all of it just because I needed to have her out of it because it wasn't a safe space for her to be in. And I can't talk about that for any more legal reasons.
Respect.
No, for sure. We ain't gonna play no police games. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sid. So are we now saying black single mother? Oh, see, here we go. Why we gotta add the color in here? We got a whole bag of Oreos up here today, dog. And you just here we go.
Not a bag of Oreos.
I mean, I'm just saying, no, respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Golden and regular. We got golden Oreos and regular Oreos.
Let's see. He says, so are we now saying black single mothers are gentle and soft with their children? Years of abuse and trauma rampant in the community would say otherwise. The melanated sisters here will, I'm sure, speak to this. Roxy and Rain, I'll let y'all go ahead and sit this one out since he want to make it black. You know, go ahead, ladies. I'll let y'all have your way.
I wish men, these type of men, I'm going to state it that way, would find something else to do with their day. I really do.
Classic.
Because nobody on this panel ever said that. I can't even read it because it's so tiny. What?
Let's get ready to rumble.
I think you need to go find some hobbies and find some other talking point. This is such a played out talking point. If your mama didn't hug you and love on you, right, because of all the trauma she experienced, then don't have that conversation with your mama. Do not group all Black women, especially the beautiful ones and the white ones here on this panel, as some woman who is, we can't raise and be gentle with our children. Well, what you think we out here doing? Boxing our kids? We squaring up with the kids? Anyway,
sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
Listen, we ain't got time, but I mean, if we had time, I got time. But don't find something safe to do today. A hobby.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Find something safe to do. Hobbies, movies, lotion, TV. Find something safe to do.
So look, I want y'all to get back to the question for me. All right, look, I don't know why this 2 days in a row somebody got in there with all that courage. But look, what matters more in long-term relationships? We had one say emotional connection, which actually surprised me, Kira. But let's
She said live.
Lifestyle. You said lifestyle. That surprised me. So emotional connection or lifestyle, what matters more? I know they both matter, but which one matters more long-term? Sonny, what do you think?
I think emotional connectedness is important for me, but I think in general, I think emotional connectedness, because I think when Kara was like talking about the descriptors of like the lifestyle, I think it still requires some level of emotional connectedness, but for me, it will be more of that because I think it just touches on the lifestyle part as well.
Okay. Rain, what you think? Don't forget your point, Kira. I see you. Don't forget your point.
I would say that.
While you thinking, hold on. I got an anonymous response to correct me if I'm wrong podcast in my DM. All right, so anonymous, to correct me if I'm wrong, men use that as well to not be good in relationships as well as adults, though when reaching a certain age, we all have to be able to take accountability. But I do think it's more women willing to accept a man that hasn't grown from his past before a man accepts a woman's past or upbringing, if you get to it.
I agree.
Let's see. I think that more women are willing to accept a man that hasn't grown from his past. Yeah. You know why? I think that's fair, but that's because men are more quiet. We'll deal with whatever we're dealing with, and we won't make it the world's problem. You know what I'm saying? Women, they having a bad day, they come in the house, it's a tornado. You know what I'm saying? It's a tornado. Everybody gonna feel this. Men, we're coming to the crib and just want to be left alone. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna make it the world's problem. So I think it's easier, objectively speaking, for a woman to deal with a man who has a troubled past because he's not necessarily gonna put it on her. Whereas if a woman has a troubled past, it becomes that man's problem to deal with. So I think that's a fair assessment. But Rain, you was in the middle of glitching. So is it emotional connection or lifestyle compatibility? I know it's a tough one.
It is, because essentially you need both. But I would think lifestyle more so than emotional. I think it'll come after. Because if we are not aligned on the same lifestyle pattern, then we wouldn't spend time together. We wouldn't be together. We wouldn't enjoy going for runs, or we wouldn't enjoy traveling all the time, or we wouldn't enjoy bowling, or whatever those lifestyle things that we like to do. So I think it's important to align that way as well, and then with doing those things together, then the emotional connection should come.
Okay, so you more in alignment with Kira then.
Yeah.
You just stole her answer. Okay. Roxy, what you think? Roxy.
Echo.
Roxy, what you think? Which one is more important, long term, emotional connection or lifestyle compatibility?
Yeah, to think too. It's yeah.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm gonna say this. I definitely think it's lifestyle part of it, but I also think lifestyle is you gotta make sure your lifestyle blends with the other person's, and you guys can actually make each other's lifestyle compatible with each other. And emotional connection is gonna come.
Okay. So y'all saying the lifestyle compatibility is more important, and you feel like the emotional connection develops. That makes sense to me, because when I think about how women actually choose men, not how they should, but how they do, it kind of works that way. Like initial attraction. Okay, do we gel well on some day to day? And then it's like as things go along, you find out if you actually can be in love with this person long term. Just based on my experience, I don't think
wouldn't that be considered more emotional though? That's what I looked at it as. Maybe I just have a different understanding of. I don't
think it's emotional though, because if I think about how it really happens, like a woman will be attracted to the guy, cool. Then she'll give him a little conversation, but how much, right? Then they go out on a date or two or whatever, and then these day and time they probably already smashing by the end. Second date. I mean, that's late these days. So it's like, it's like how much do we know each other and really have love and emotions towards each other? It's kind of just like physical attraction mixed with some I'm free when you free type shit. It really starts off kind of superficial in my opinion. Like the love gotta grow. Like I think it starts off as infatuation. Yeah, like, and that's not an infatuation. That's not real to me. Like it's not, you know what I mean? It's fake. It's smoke and mirrors. Let's see. Real Talk said that seems backwards to me. Talk to me, Real Talk. And Too Deep said, choose me. Yeah, I mean, how many women are staying with broke men because the emotional connection is great? Does emotion pay the bills? Come on now, let's be real. See,
broke men get coochie too. I don't know where y'all getting at. I don't know where y'all keep saying that.
I keep trying to tell y'all, attraction is the number one box that a man could check. Ladies, let me ask y'all this. Let's take a quick hard pivot. If a man, like, okay, out of the 5 boxes of what makes a man attractive to y'all, what is the number one box that he could check? If God said, hey brother, I'm gonna give you one box, pick the best one. What box should he check first if he want to have success with women? Is it the personality box, the charisma box? Is it the sense of humor box? Is it the physical attraction? What should he check to have the most success with women in general?
Personality.
That sounds good. They perfect on the panel. That sounds good. Personality is crazy. I know some dudes
for real personality.
I know some dudes that can't even get no conversation. So how is that gonna work? He can't get no conversation. How's he
talking to shallow women?
He can't. Oh, well, maybe. Wait, Roxy, you out here about Chicago like us? You in Chicago like us? Y'all mean as hell.
Classic, you glitching?
No, we from the land.
That's what I said.
No, we are from the land of, excuse me, miss. They turn around, give you a once over, and from right there, you won or lost. Your personality means nothing.
Classic.
So physical attraction.
Physical attraction for sure.
Physical attraction is always first.
Hey, listen, I'm glad y'all be. I just wanted to see if y'all was gonna be honest.
Speaking, physical attraction comes always first because you see before you hear or anything else. Your eyes, unless Kira.
You know what? I see what's going on, chat. I see what's going on. Let's just go ahead and rock out. We got a few minutes. Let's just have some fun, man. I get it. Thank you, Kira, for the super chat.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Soul said I ain't playing no music.
Even the beginning. Why you ain't saying nothing?
It is what it is.
You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't saying nothing? See them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't saying nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story all winning. Why you ain't saying nothing? Why you ain't saying nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Man, they lay in the cut, stay in the cut. Watch you blow up and won't show you no love. People I got the most hate from in life at one point or another. I thought we was bruh. One point or another, I thought it was love. One point or another, greet them with a hug. Now if I see them, greeting them with gloves. 16s, ain't no need to warm up. I got respect for myself. You gon' have respect for me or respect for that belt. Suggest you leave me alone. If you start up with me, I'ma take you through hell. Don't want no smoke, but if you want some smoke and you bring me some smoke, I'ma take an inhale. Don't do no running, I'm done with the talking. Let's get in deep waters, I'm taking them 12. Why you ain't say nothing? Oh, now you wanna say something?
Classic. Souls of Thought said, once again, shout out to Kira for the $49.99 super chat, and thank y'all for y'all time on the panel. Souls of Thought said, you have to think about it too. When you dating but not married, you normally only intrigued by lifestyle. You never get to emotions.
When you dating, that's what, you trying to figure out what they like and what they like doing with themselves outside of work. If they like.
I'm a personality girl, so I'm with Roxy. I'm a personality girl. Looks are fine, but I'm a personality girl. So
okay, so okay. If you're let's have that conversation then. For the women who are saying something other than looks, we have to accept y'all truth. How do y'all determine what man can get some conversation then? Like, do he have to just fit in the not ugly category? You know how you try to put a dude,
medium ugly.
You know you try to put your friend on and she be like, "Hey, look, girl." You be like, "Well, he not ugly." Like, do he got to be not ugly or better?
Well, this is kind of.
You gotta be himself.
That
He's gotta be
to me.
in who he is.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, right? So, I mean, there are a few guys in my past that probably look like very cute French bulldogs, but I mean, the average woman probably would look him over. Yeah, the little. I'm just saying. However, when I meet someone, I will go, "Ooh, he's cute," but I have also ran into pretty stupid and pretty ugly. If you get what I'm saying. So I've just made a pointed effort that regardless of how he looks, right? And I guess I'm just one of those girls who's a sapiosexual. I love a good conversation. I love intellect. I love all of that. So you can pull me in with a great conversation, a little bit of humor. Yeah, I mean, I'm a personality girl. So, that's just me. It doesn't, I think personality and confidence for me is the big wins when it comes to guys. But like I said, a girl has a past, but I'm just saying, like.
All right, it sound good. It sound good, y'all. I just want to, like, for the brothers. I don't want nobody put themselves out there. I wish it was the ugly dude that was cool with his ugliness in the chat to tell y'all how hard it is for him to get some conversation. Like, you can't even get to show your personality when you don't pass like at least a little bit past the looks test. You know,
it's all about I think
that's subjective, right? But I also think that's subjective, right? I think we're kind of delving into a space where subjectivity is very heavy, because what might be attractive to Rain and Kira may not be attractive to me, right? I might like the little ugly French dog faced man. They may not like that, right? I might be okay with that. They may not like that, right? So who knows, right? You know, Roxy might like them a little short and thick. Who knows, right? We don't know. That's all a thing that's very subjective.
Everybody has their own purposes at the end of the day.
You know?
Not really. I don't want to argue with y'all. No, y'all like the same 13 guys.
Classic.
No.
I don't.
I wouldn't think so.
Y'all okay. All right.
Same 13. You said the same 13.
Y'all like the same 13 dudes. I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's why y'all complain about getting cheated on, because y'all like the it guys. Y'all be liking the dude that's popping in the streets, having motion, all that, and you think he gonna see only you. Yeah, I mean, most days. You know what I'm saying? But it's side effects. There's pros and cons with everything.
I don't agree.
Okay. Okay. So how do stats get like this then? Watch this. How do stats get like this? Oh man, I can't get her. She don't want to work for me. I'm trying to get Shorty to talk to y'all, because these stats ain't these.
I'm not saying that okay. I'm not saying that I completely just go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
No, watch. Hey, Shorty, how many more children do American women have than American men? She done left me. Go ahead, son. She left me. She don't want to answer.
Even Shorty said she was like, nah, she
on y'all side. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thanks, Shorty. We appreciate you.
Y'all have the same 18 dudes. Yep.
I don't. Okay.
The damn AI in on it. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. They done got the chat, y'all.
We got the girl coders working on in our favor. I just think I don't disagree with you, right? I really don't. I don't disagree with you. However, I think the vast majority of women are looking for that, right? In general, most women say they want 6 figures, 6 feet, and 6 pack. And that doesn't necessarily have a particular look, you know. I mean, it's some ugly, fine men out there.
It's men with great bodies who their face does not line up, or there is not as appealing as their body. It's different.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just like you got some women out here with banging bodies, and their faces is like it don't go together.
Yeah, it'd be hard. It's definitely some women that's hard to look at. Correct me if I'm wrong. Says Sonny, you can make light of the abuse myself and many men like myself suffer at the hands of our mothers. I'm black, so I can't speak on other folks' homes. That's fair. He said he black, so that's why he wants to speak.
I never diminished. Listen, I'm not getting on a panel and diminishing what a lot of black men. I have even stated it myself. Please go look at the other panel show that I was on with Classic just last week. Was it Classic? And I talked about this. So no one is here to diminish what you feel, but please stop thinking that is just something specific to black women. I assure you, if you look at other ethnicities and races, which has been done, you will find that same dynamic. So while you're coming for me and telling me I'm making a joke of it, I'm not. You need to go to therapy and you need to work through that, because that's not going to be the heal. You don't get to blame your mother and all the things that you've gone through just on black women alone. That now you are aware of. Let me say it like this. You know what you've gone through. You are aware of it. So now what are you going to do about it? Right? I didn't get to live in a space where I get to blame all the men who hurt me. I didn't choose to stay in that space. I chose differently. I chose to get help. I chose to look at my faults and the things that I went through. This is not to diminish what those men did to me, but it's to take responsibility for the things that I accepted and to learn how to deal with the triggers and the trauma of that and not bleed on the next person because I just want to be the victim and not the person who has an understanding that it's a part of my history, but it's not who I am.
Sonny, you don't have to over explain to him. First off, he's not sensitive at all. So this little shit is manipulation. And secondly, he don't believe in therapy whatsoever.
Classic.
So he just tried to play his victim card real quick. It worked too. It worked. You know what I'm saying? Sonny got to Sonny ain't even do. See, he got you, fellas. Don't be so easy manipulated. Dude is not sensitive at all. Souls of Thought said must be in his soft era. Right. Yeah. We'll get on. Hey,
sophomore era.
He lucky we ain't in the locker room. We'll get on his ass. Let me see. Yeah, never said. Yeah, thank you, Classic. Yeah, he's not sensitive and he don't believe in therapy. Let's see. So he must be okay, right? Because if you don't believe in therapy, you got it. Like Sonny, respectfully. Let's see. Yeah, look, he laughing. See, I told you. Manipulation at its finest. Yeah, see.
Classic.
See? Got to be more careful, Sonny. You see, you got a frame of reference here. I got your back. Let's see. Rated
Arcade.
You know, for sure. I don't believe in therapy either. I know. Hey, listen, I'm all machismo, man, be a man, beat your chest. I've been in therapy. It worked for me, damn it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't save me. It saved somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Keep it gangster. Sometimes you got to talk to somebody. Don't be too cool thinking you won't click out. Let's just a lot of dudes lost control for 12 seconds and doing 50 years. Let's see. In too deep. Black women have more children than black men in the US. Got the stats for me. He knew what I was finna ask, shorty. Black women have more children than black men in the US, with 61% of black women ages 15 to 49 having a child compared to 46% of black men in that age range per the CDC. So that means y'all humping the same dude.
Classic.
And y'all are explicitly against polygyny, which still don't make sense to me because you're sharing them anyway.
Classic.
You're sharing them anyway. Save somebody else is crazy, huh? Yeah. You gotta know when your screws loose. Let's see. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sonny. I ain't y'all. I beat my demons a long time ago. I don't sit in it. Okay, all right. Miles, what's up, Miles? We ain't seen you in a minute, my boy. It's good to see you. Depends on what you're looking for. Is it a date or a relationship? What we talking about? We were talking about long term, right?
I think he may have been touching on the fact when we were talking about emotional connectedness and lifestyle. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. No, it's been a great conversation. Money, Lisa said, great stream with these beautiful ladies. Classic. Thank you. Black Mona Lisa coming in with the super chat. Yeah. They love y'all. They love the Queen's Call.
Are you making another beat, Daddy? And Genius is my dad.
Classic.
Oh, we talk about money. Get money. Let's talk about it. My money look different now. When I talk about 50, used to be $50. I'm talking about 50,000. Gotta move a little different. Yeah. My maneuvers is in it now. Ain't trying to get spotted at all. Too introvert to be in the crowd. I'm low key at the Coach store buying plain Janes, no logos.
Classic.
All right, y'all. So look, I don't want to hold y'all up. I know the RSC is getting prepared for the life soundtrack show. Kira's back. What happened? Oh, let me see. Hold on. I had lost her. There she go. I know Souls of Thought and Soft Rain got the life soundtrack show. It'll probably start at 9 p.m. at this point. I know they're gonna get backstage and get prepped for a second and all of that good stuff. He said we are not.
Oh, so come on. I was looking forward to it.
Wait, y'all not doing the show?
Why not?
Oh, that's nasty work. Nasty work. All right. Well, maybe I'll do Red Room. We'll see what time I'm up because I'm definitely finna go hit the gym. I see you. Hold on. Is that Kira right there? Yeah. All right, we good. But yeah, so he said, no, you skipped my super chat. No, I didn't. Hold on. No, I didn't. No, I didn't skip a super chat. Hold on. We got the $19.99, the $49.99, the $5. Where is it at? Let's see. A good woman ain't single. Don't rush. I'm good. I posted this. That's the only one I got. So if you sent another one, I didn't get it, brother. YouTube need to send that back. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the only one I got right here. So You said you good. Keep the show flowing. My laptop closed. Closed like you have it shut because you enjoying the show, or closed like it's not working. Because that's how I took it. You just had it shut, enjoying the show. We got another super chat coming in. Neve, appreciate you. $10 super chat money. She said, I'm here to support my sister and conversation that is progressing. I thank you to opportunity to listen and learn. Thank you. And you are welcome to come on the Queen's Codes whenever you are ready as well. You know what I'm saying? These are the conversations that truly do push our culture forward. Mark Lee said, if your cash level up together, it's good if someone coming in asking for everything with nothing. No, if you build and bring in 50 as a team is where it is. Yeah, I think growing together is the only way you're going to get true love. As a man, for the people who say men need to like solidify themselves before going to go get a woman, you will never know. You may find a woman that truly loves you, but you will never know for sure. Because it's very easy to sign up for you. It's very who not signing up for that? I don't got to pay no bills. I don't really got to work. Let's say that you a halfway handsome dude. Shit. You know what I'm saying? They signing up. They signing right up. Me. You know what I mean? It's an easy call. And then we know the nature of the woman, and all of them don't want to fight their nature, just like all of us don't want to fight our nature. So she'll get with you for your amenities, right? The things that come with your lifestyle, and then go let the Amazon Flex guy crack. You know what I'm saying? Because he just handsome too.
Classic.
Oh yeah.
Not the Amazon Flex.
Oh yeah, it's always somebody super regular. Like when you the dude that's having motion, the dude that she cheat with always extra normal. Just nothing wrong with being normal, but he just be normal. You in a Bentley, you in a Maserati, the dude hitting your girl, he just work at UPS.
Classic.
But wait a minute. So I'm gonna say, okay, so when the man has the beautiful woman and he decided to go cheat with big back Tasha down the street because she make a mean pot of beans and rice, is that not the same thing?
Wait.
Nah, I can't speak for those men. Fellas in the chat, y'all got some explaining to do. I can't answer this one. I ain't never went.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying, sometimes the man will step out on his woman. Let's say she's beautiful, right? She has everything that most men would envy, right? Man, that's you, that's you. And then the man will step out on it and he'll go get wild back Tosh from down the way because she gonna be quiet, rub his back, give him some Kool-Aid and a plate of beans and rice. And let him play a little PlayStation. That's not how y'all.
That's his piece, honey.
Fellas, y'all
that's his piece.
Yeah. Y'all been sliding to Tasha house, fellas? Let me know.
Tasha, that's his piece.
That's what I like to call her.
Ramon said
he don't have to argue. He don't have to do. All he have to do is show up, and she take care of him.
Ramon said big backs make you feel good.
See,
I got two cousins that would. Oh my God.
Classic.
Yeah, you learn something new about the chat every day. Okay, that's what's happening though.
So that might just be a woman. The Amazon Flex man might just be her version of Big Bag Tasha.
Tasha has a good personality.
And
Tasha lets him be
Felix, right? He just Felix Flex,
Tasha don't care if he play the game. She don't care. Go on here. She got the game on for him. The game on.
While she cooking.
Right.
I didn't know if you wanted to play the game and watch the game, so I brought my TV from the other room. Here go the game and the game, so you can watch the game while you play the game. Tasha,
cornbread is coming out the oven.
Right, go on in there and get comfortable.
You want Kool-Aid?
I'm waiting on. Right, while he wait, I'm gonna make the cornbread. I'm gonna get your plate ready.
Hey chat, do they sound like professional Tasha?
I'm only gonna do this once.
Shut up.
They got Tasha down. They got Tasha down. Chat.
Classic.
They got Tasha down. Chat.
Don't do me like that.
Yeah.
Don't do me like that.
Yeah, you heard it.
That's what they do. She's the piece.
It's live, y'all. Don't go nowhere. What they say? They got the meal. They know how to set it up. What y'all say? It's live now. We can rewind the tape. They got Tasha down. How many times?
That's what you do.
We got some Tasha. We got some Tasha. How many times you been Tasha?
I don't want to disclose any of that.
We got some. Yep. Hey, fellas, what I tell y'all from the beginning.
I'm sure most women have been a back scratcher or a Tasha in her life. The ones that still out here in this market, and we still marketing. We out here advertising or whatever. I'm sure. Every woman done played. Every woman done played that role at some point, even if she did it, you know, unbeknownst to her, you know, she know.
Oh my God.
She probably knew, but she probably was in denial. You know, I like to call it the lion.
Yeah.
Y'all
lie and lie, deny and lie. I call it the liar. The lion. She want to deny and lie. And she know I'm the back scratcher. I'm Natasha. He just come over here for a good meal and a, you know, a little quiet time.
Well, ladies, did y'all have anything y'all want to plug? Y'all channels, y'all, you know, y'all YouTube channels, y'all Instagrams, Facebooks, whatever y'all want to plug. Kira, you could go first if you have anything you want the people to follow you on.
I am at Kira Sheree on all social media platforms. Just Kira Sheree, Kira.Sheree.
All right. And then Sonny, you want the folks to follow you?
Yes, I have a very new up and coming Instagram and YouTube page. It's called Peanuts Gallery. And yep. I gotta email you classic because I gotta email you about some stuff. But anyway, but yes, it's up and coming, and it's only a few posts on there. My YouTube page is still under construction, so bear with me, y'all. But please go and like and subscribe, and then I'll get you some content here soon.
For sure, we looking forward to it. Congratulations! Yes.
It's all y'all fault.
Oh, look, we trying to inspire. That's what's up. Let's get it. Rain, people know where to find you. Rain, you want to talk to the people?
Conversation with Soft Rain on all social media platforms. Email me, fellas. The fellas that are in the chat, I do King's Code. The same thing you see here, but I host it for the men. If you are interested, you can DM me or email me at conversationswithsoftbrain@gmail.com or leave a comment on one of these videos that you see on my page and whatnot, and we'll put something together. I've done, I think, 2 so far. I would love to have some more men come forward on camera, because that's the problem that I seem to be having. The men want to come, but they don't want to show their face. So I want some men who can show their face on camera so I can get another King's Codes panel together soon. So just contact me.
What?
Okay. Appreciate it. And then Roxy, you want to stay anonymous, right? You keeping it low? I know
me.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, right? You know, I appreciate you pulling up, and you on camera today. We appreciate you. You getting more comfortable by the minute. You know what I'm saying? You safe with the artist. Believe that. Coffee Cup said, first of all, these women are not queens. The truth, they're not. They're full of themselves. That's all I'll tell. What they are, though they're sinners. Okay, but they won't confess that. I'm assuming Coffee Cup saying this in general, not about y'all. But yeah, we're gonna get Coffee Cup a pass. I don't want to. Tej, what you got a sentence for Coffee Cup? Tej will get Coffee Cup 86,000 minutes. I said I'm just in my Dame Dash era. What you owe? Neva, let's see. Yeah. So we good. Oh, my dog said, Time said, classic and the ladies, this was educational. Thank you for your time, and may God bless all of you on the panel, and may God bless all of your opportunities. God bless. We appreciate you, Time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let y'all ladies step off, and then I'm gonna play a couple songs just, you know, for the super chat. If y'all want to stay, y'all can, but I'm gonna play some music. If y'all gotta go, y'all can. Y'all not obligated, but I'm gonna play like 2 or 3 more songs for all the super chats we got, and then I'm gonna exit the show. But y'all can rock out. It's up to y'all. But yeah.
They don't like it when you got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow.
They love y'all. They love y'all.
Don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on us. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Farming home up in rank. Step in the room, they pay the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. Real life, I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from outside of the frame. I'ma love them from outside of the pain. That type of hate don't belong on my paint. That type of hate don't belong in proximity. Lord knows I love to match energy. Won't smoke, I know the back chimney. No hope with me once you an enemy. enemy. Well trained, I break you down clinically. BTA is my ministry. Laying that belt, laying that leather. It ain't no pics, it's with whoever. Ain't gotta like us, but you gon' respect us. Before I be soft, I'd rather be deadly. Since I lost Sebastian, my heart has been heavy. Heart in my heart, now it's hard to be friendly. PTSD in my arms, he was heavy. Felt his heart stop, oh my God, I wasn't ready. Couldn't even walk, his last walk was with Granny. Heard he was sick and they said it was bad. I damn that collapsed, but my legs felt like jelly. Man down, I lost my family. Therapy dog, who gon' help with my sanity now? Think I'm about vanity now. Been in the gym, I'm trying to balance it out. Managing rage, out of line, some people jumped off the page. Bad time if you really won't play. Bad time for you to play with my name. It's Candyman. Yeah. If you say my name, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to the bank. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist. No stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank.
Lisa didn't see me at the show. I was back there rocking out, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. No. You was behind her. Yeah.
Yeah, I was behind you, Lisa. I was rocking out at the show.
Yeah. Classic. I'm only gonna do this once. Bad energy, keep it far away from me. Don't do no tossing and turning. I go to grind when I can't sleep, accepting the crumbs no more. Remember the times when I couldn't eat. Heart racing, remember the times when I couldn't breathe. Been a minute, know they want me to talk. Took a minute, had to learn how to walk. Greece trip, I was walking it off. Mediterranean, swimming in salt. 3 yachts, cause I opened the vault. Meatloaf, put the island on pause. Mountaintop, fireworks going off. Yes, abundantly blessed. Still working like I'm under duress. Still can talk like I sit at that desk. I overwhelmed, you under-impressed. If I gotta slide, I'm making a mess. That's why I pray for respect. I'd rather be labeled a threat than somebody you could play to the left. On a mission to win, I had a couple of friends that I had to lose. Some of the lines are thin, they come to picking a side, you gotta choose. Breaking your stride, I'm busting a move. Slander they try, I'm sucking my tooth. Calling my ops and making a truce, they had to go, I gave them the boot. Ain't wishing you well, I can't even root. Ain't wishing you hell or hoping you lose. Ain't wishing you nothing or speaking your name at all. But you cannot tell the same truth. The people was feeling like dragging my name through the mud, and them people came to you. There was a different type of pain from you. Out of all the people you should've knew. Bad energy, keep it far away from me. Don't do no tossing and turning. I go to grind when I can't sleep, accepting the crumbs no more. Remember the times when I couldn't eat. Heart racing, remember the times when I couldn't play in your face. Feelings change, they stay in your face. Why? Play with your name, trying to play the blame game. I don't wanna play. Feeling some type of way. What you want me to say? You could be on your way. I ain't lost nothing that was supposed to stay. Pray to God for the shake their way. On a new mission, had to pivot. I've been moving different. Yeah, I must admit it. Clearer vision, moving with persistence. Gotta be consistent. No time for tripping, clock is ticking. Gotta go and get it. Ain't got no time to sit around and worry about your feelings. I gotta go, I'm CEO. I gotta handle business. No, I ain't paying for no nails. My blades 850. I got some things I'm trying to scale and you ain't coming with me. How you take it from me while you claim you running with me? You can't be done with me and acting funny with me. You can't be talking about me while claiming you keep it 100 with me. Let me help you out from here on out. You ain't nothing with me. But I suggest you watch your mouth before this gets bad energy. Keep it far away from me. Don't do no tossing and turning. I go to grind when I can't sleep, accepting the crumbs no more. Remember the times when I couldn't eat. Heart racing, remember the times when I couldn't breathe.
In Too Deep is called Away From Me, bro. That's on my SoundCloud. Yeah, that's on my SoundCloud. One more though. Y'all sent a lot of bread through, and I appreciate y'all, man. Let's do one more. This is my favorite. Let's go.
I seen people be so fickle. Nothing surprised me. Double-edged sword, though. Consider how you looking at everybody.
333 in the chat for the ladies, man. Shout out to the queen.
Shit.
For sure.
Look around, don't know who to trust. Not for real. Lately I've been paranoid. I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Ain't satisfied till I touch a certain M's. Can't say the number, they apply against my plans. I'm turning up, dog, this one for the gym. Come to these bars, I only play above the rim. Boy, I'm Thomas Shepard. Long sleeve with the corduroys. Really came to get buckets. Purnell with the defense. Too slick, you can't touch me. Bud Crawford on offense. I'm unassuming, but I'm really punching. Underrated, I'm starting to love it. Stacking days, I'm stacking the budget. When I win, ain't none of it lucky. Tapped in, I got it from nothing. Stay ready, preheated the oven. Just did a theater, I'm still a recovery. Therapy team, they really love me. They'd kill me if they knew I was jumping. High speed chase, I had to punch it in front of thousands. I started with hundreds. Don't really see no competition, this look like a luncheon. Suggest you let me mind my business, catch you if you lunching. They love you all these years, but at the end you wasn't nothing. Look around, don't know who to trust. Not for real. Lately I've been paranoid. I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Present with poise, but I really got no chill. Far as blood, it ain't too thick to get spilled. They think I'm too cool to click, not for real. God ain't done with me yet, dog, I gotta heal. I ain't no run of the mill. Had to surround myself with steel. Yeah, I've been sharpening steel. Hard to feel hard feelings at all when I can hardly feel. Hard as hell, counting losses till you count the wins. If I could take the pain all over, swear I'd do it again. The way them hard times unlock me, look different, twin. If you don't understand my plight, then we just different men. If you can't understand my fight, then we got different hands. Yeah, different song. I'm talking about different days. I'm talking about different tribes. I'm talking about different clan. Boy, I'm sticking to the coats to the bitter end. I'ma live and die by it till I'm ashes in a can. Look around, don't know who to trust. Not for real. Lately I've been paranoid. I gotta chill. Ask me how I feel, think I'ma tell you not for real. But I grind like I'm still unfulfilled. Classic.
Yes, Lord. Another successful installment of the Queen Codes, man. We appreciate y'all so much. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the Raw Society Coalition channel. Please go ahead and take a screenshot of this image right here. Yeah, and soft rank, where is that? Why is this up? Let me see. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, make sure y'all take a screenshot of this image right here. Tap in with the whole team. Let me get the chat off of there. Tap in with the whole team at the Raw Society Coalition. You got the Raw Society Coalition page where all of us are together. And then you have myself, the Classic Codes. You have Souls of Thought. You saw him in the chat, Uncle Plug TV. You saw Bro in the chat. You saw a conversation with Soft Rain sitting up here with us. And Tez at the Tez Down, who was also in the chat. The whole team here supporting all at once. Make sure you subscribe to all those channels so you can have dope content to tap into damn near all day, every day for the most part. If somebody not live streaming, somebody's dropping some content. So, you know, you can stay in the loop with everything going on. And that is the link right there. And also add our Discord as well for those of you who are active on Discord. I promise y'all, I am making plans to get on Discord. I know I'm probably the only one in the coalition who don't be talking on Discord. So I'm going to get active. But don't even say nothing. But I promise I'm going to get on there. But look, man, if y'all don't do nothing else for me, make sure y'all stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time? For real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say